Hello everyone. I'm going to show you now how to use something called Kahoot, which you may have used or heard about around school. Now, Kahoot is basically like a quiz type thing, but it allows you to choose the questions for educational purposes, and it's a lot of fun because they've put a lot of effort into the visuals and the music that goes with it. So first of all, there's two sides to Kahoot, but I suppose the very first part is just to register. So type in Kahoot into your browser, and you should see that it comes up, and in this case it's gone straight to kahoot.it. Now that's not really what I intended, so let me just quickly go back for a moment and go to Google, and let's just type in there Kahoot. Okay, so here we go. So the side that deals with Kahoot.it is actually playing the game, but in order to play the game, you actually need to set up a Kahoot first. And so Kahoot.it is something we'll look at second, but the address getkahoot.com is probably the better place to go, which is the second one here. So www.getkahoot.com. Let me just test if that works. .getkahoot.com. And it does seem to be working, which is great. Okay, so now we're going to say get my free account. So, like anything, you're going to have to sign up for an account, and you're going to choose your role. So I'm a teacher, and it's a school. Let's see if they will allow that. And again, you just go through the normal process of filling in whatever email account you use. Sometimes it's easiest to use your school. And so now I've gone through the process of creating filling in my details, and now I go create account, and hopefully that will work in a moment. Indeed, it does appear to be working. And so if I'm now in the main Kahoot interface, and it is a little bit confusing at first, but I'll draw your attention to some important stuff. On the top here, my Kahoots. Now obviously I haven't created any yet, but that's with time that'll change. There's public Kahoots, which is probably what initially you will use the most. Those are Kahoots available publicly, and you can just use them and play. Frequently asked questions and support. And then when you create Kahoots, you have a choice as to what type of Kahoot you're going to create. But for now, it's probably good to just start with using someone else's Kahoot. So if I click on public Kahoots, you'll notice that I can search for whatever Kahoot I want. So say, for example, I want a Kahoot on straight lines, and it's probably two separate words, so I go straight lines, and I can go search. Now you'll see that I can toggle the audiences for school, university, and so on. And say, for example, I like that particular Kahoot. Now I can duplicate it, and I can even have a quick little preview if I'd like. So if I click on that, then it shows me the questions over here, and it tells me that there's 30 seconds for each. There's 4 choices, so just an overview, but not essential information. I'm just going to go back. Hopefully it doesn't break. Okay, so if I want, though, I can go straight to playing this Kahoot. So I just go play, hit the play button, and once I do that, it's going to give me some options. Now this is where the two sides to Kahoot need to be understood. You are launching it as the teacher and the person who's in charge. You have a choice to essentially turn these things on or off, and you make those choices based on each question. But if I launch this, basically this is going to be what is being shown on the big screen to the students, and the game is launched essentially from my point of view. But now if nobody actually joins the game, it wouldn't be a very exciting game. So I'm just copying this code, which is called the game pin, and I'm copying it, and I'm going to join this game. Now I'm going to go to a separate browser, and I'm going to type in there kahoot.it. Now kahoot.it is where you will send the learners to play the game. So it's different to Get Kahoot, which is where you go as the teacher. So you go kahoot.it, and it sends them to sort of a blank interface, and all it asks from them is the actual game pin. Now remember, I copied that game pin. They would have seen it on the board in class. And they put in the game pin. I'm just going to go Control V, and I go Enter. And what I then do is the learners would choose their nicknames. I'm going to call myself Ninja, and I'm going to go Join Game. Now remember, they would be seeing this screen. I'll show you back on the public viewing game screen. You'll see that Ninja has just joined. And obviously, with a class of 25 people, you would just essentially have a whole bunch of names popping up on the screen. And then I just click Start Now, because remember, this is my screen. And it goes, Are you ready? And you just pretty much start playing the quiz. So what is the gradient of the line y equals 3x minus 2? That's the question on the board. Those are the options. Now if I toggle back to the learner screen for a moment, you'll notice that the learner screen only has these options. And if I choose red, I chose red and I chose correct. And it shows the learner it's correct. And then again, I'm jumping back to the viewing screen. You get a view of how the learners have done in the question. And you can initiate the next question. It shows a leaderboard, and then you go on to the next question. And basically, you just click through the screen, and the quiz the results are shown, and it's a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy to get up and running.